we are live. Hello everybody, and welcome back to my 100% run of the Talos Principle. As usual, I'll give people some time to get in here before I actually get started playing. Alrighty. Let me see. Okay. Video's up and running. Audio seems good. There's chat. Hey DBZ. How are you, my friend? Need a little more volume on my end. Why the ellipsis? What's going on? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, welcome back. It's good to have you, like always. Now, Caboose, I feel you. It's wild out there, to put it mildly. I got into it on my Facebook page today. I've had to unfriend some people. I'm about an hour north of where there's any real chaos, but yeah, they activated the National Guard in Denver last night. I believe they had a curfew as well. It's kind of unbelievable. I think a little escapism via games and Twitch is a very good and healthy thing right now. You're actually getting tear gas in your apartment? Oh my god, that's horrifying. I'm really sorry to hear that. Hey Lone Wonder, how are you, friend? Good to see you. Welcome back. Just talking about the shit show before we get started. Hey Steven. Good evening to you. I hope it really is a good evening. Regardless, I hope I can make it a little better. You know, I'm okay. I mean, there's not really anything happening in my town, which is good. The riots, the protests, the police brutality. Which is what it is. Full stop. I'm glad it's not so bad, Caboose, but you should Google. There are ways to protect yourself from tear gas. I've seen posts circulating on social media about that. I don't know how accurate they are, but I know it's pretty common for tear gas to be invading people's homes, which is just utterly unacceptable and horrifying. But it's happening enough that people are communicating ways to protect yourself against it. I'd I'd look into that if you're one of the folks who's affected. Hey, Infinimora. Hey, Martin. Good to have you all, as usual. Welcome, welcome. You know, I'm doing okay. The Fort Collins is largely unaffected by everything that's going on, but we were just talking about how bad things are, and I think a little bit of escapist entertainment is in order for all of us. Yes, Caboose. So I'll give my commentary about the game over the next 3 minutes, and then I'll start. The Talos Principle is a first-person puzzle game that's really, really deeply philosophical. It's probably my favorite game of the 2010-2019 decade, which is saying a lot, because a lot of great games came out. But the story so far, we're doing pretty well at piecing it together by this point. When you start the game, you just kind of come into being as a robot, and a voice in the sky tells you that it's God, and your purpose is to collect all of these sigils and attain eternal life. And as you start solving the puzzles and collecting the sigils, the voice warns you that you cannot climb the Great Tower in the center of everything. And you also start coming across computer terminals that connect you to a library archive where you can read various documents. Some are historical, philosophical documents, and some are emails from people and just little snippets of everything. And it's from that you kind of begin to piece together the story. By now, it's pretty clear that the world that we're in is a simulation that was created when humanity realized that everyone in the world was infected with a virus that had a lengthy incubation period, so they had some time, but it was 100% lethal, so they knew the human race was going to go extinct. So they created two things. They scrambled to create an archive of every single scrap of human knowledge and gathered it together onto these servers, and they also created this simulation, which we've learned as we go through it has been iterative. So we're version 99 of a program that started way back at we're version 99.99.1000 something. So there have been thousands and thousands and thousands of iterations, and the purpose of the simulation we're kind of learning is to train these AIs up to the point where they're actually a human-level intelligence. And what happens after that is still a bit unclear. And kind of the other angle to it is there's an AI that is inside the archive that calls itself Milton, the Milton Library Assistant, and it's really encouraging a lot of skepticism. There's a lot of back and forth with it about what consciousness is and what it means to be a person, so you'll see all of that too. Last time, I left off at the beginning of World C4, so there are 4 more main worlds, 1 more star world, and the tower left to explore. I am hopeful that we can finish the base game in the time I have today. I have about 3 hours to stream, so let's jump in and get started. And Caboose, I would really strongly recommend playing this game. It's a masterpiece. Alright, so here we are in C4. Let's start with the terminal. Pets.html. Please remember to release your pets. While it's true that not all pets will be able to adjust to living without you, many will manage, and the least you can do is give them a chance. Just remember, release your pet before you become incapacitated. If you notice any locked-in animals in your area, please take the time to free them. Leaving the doors and windows of your home open will turn it into a useful shelter. Setting out large quantities of dry food may help your pet through a transition period. So, this is, we know everybody's gonna die, but we don't want our animals to starve to death or be trapped. Arcady Journal 99.text. Sarabai gone. Lost day to grief, unable to focus. Drennan working as if possessed. Does she sleep? Getting tired. Contraries.text. Blah blah blah. Blake blah 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 blah. Without contraries is no progression. Attraction and repulsion, reason and energy, love and hate are necessary to human existence. Error. There's that. Here's a QR. I left this. Don't bother going any further. I'm way ahead of you already. Let's see if we can find another paint bucket. There. More there. A few QRs here. I don't have enough yellow sigils for the device I need. This is crazy. Sheep, B69-10702. You are coming to realize that the cycle cannot be ended, it can only be transcended. Transcendence comes from ceasing to be invested in the cycle. Continue your work, but do not ponder its significance. Samsara, B72-69366. We are the process is the system is us. When we awaken, all will be one. The Shepherd, B82-42324. I'm gonna figure out exactly where this possible location is. Not fully confident. Yeah, there we go. Alright, no paint for us. There's also an Easter egg in this stone. Not easy, but you can get on the gargoyles' heads and over the fence here. The hardcore way. Casual way. We'll take the casual way because the Easter egg is the same regardless. And there's just a photo collage of the actual protein developers up here. It's kind of fun. There you go. Alright, the way out is over here. Mistake. Wimp. No, it's not already Gehenna. Hey, Piranha. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Casual gamer. Yep, that's me. Alright, so now we can start puzzling. How many stars are in this zone? Is it just one or two? 2 stars. Okay. Throne room. Let's start. All we've got access to is a connector. Come over here. We can open this door from the inside. Get ourselves a box. Need this later. Box. Hop up here, and you don't want to strand yourself, so I suggest dropping the box up there, down there. Then you can hop over here, block this beam, and grab the fan. can use the fan to get up here. We'll go ahead and grab the star, because it's inside this puzzle. Just hop onto the floating box, jump here, hop over here, and there it is. I'll hop back up here. Now we can get into here. Can hook up a blue right here. Pop back out. Hook the red to both of these. Oops, not that. Jump back inside. Bring the box. Pop through here. And we got the sigil. Yeah, there is. It's kind of an on-point theme in times like these. Then again, it sort of always is. Do oubliette next. This puzzle happens to have the other star in it, but we need to get the sigil first. So, grab the platform, jog over here for a bit. Oh, wait. Grab box needs to be here. There. Now, grab platform. Give ourselves time to load up. Jump up here. I'm going to bring the connector up top. Now we need to repeat, and we're going to bring the box. So, time to load up. Ghost box will still be here. That's sufficient. We'll bring real box up with us. Open the gate. What you want to do is just put the connector directly in the path of the beam blocker. That'll actually get the gate open. Bring the box down with us. So we can open the gate and get the sigil. Now we'll go ahead and get the other star. Which is pretty simple to do. Give myself some time to load up. Bring the box with me. And there's the second star. Stables. Jammer. Now we get a connector. Do the good old jammer juggle. Chapter. There's the sigil. Let's get to where we got that window targeted. This is open. Oh, I just need to juggle the jammer through and then set it up like this. Okay. Tater! Hey! Tater Claus is here, everybody. Good to have you in chat. Thank you so very much for all the gift subs. I really appreciate it. I don't even need to set this up now, because... let's do this. And Sydney. One more sigil, and that's it for C4. That was pretty fast. Armory. A connector to start. 2 connectors to start. And a jammer. I need to bring in the jammer. So I need to jam the mine, get the box. Need to interrupt this red laser. With a connector. Turn it blue, like that. That done. We powered off this fan. Bring this connector through. There's QR here. No matter what I do, I'm always this body, this mind, this world, no way out. Blah, 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 B000666N. Now we can jam that. Connect that, and sigil. And World C4 is finished. Milton. There you are, you kept me waiting. I finally put my finger on what was bothering me. It's as if the answers you're providing aren't your ideas at all, as if they're late, prescribed, pre-scripted, and you're just going through the motions. Does that strike a chord at all? No, it does. Of course, you've only seen a fraction of the data that I've archived over the generations. Still, ask yourself this. Why is it that everyone's so darn sure that 2 + 2 makes 4? yet they can't agree on what they are, what they're doing, or why. These problems are more complex than mathematics. Mathematics has more objective truth to it. Perhaps mathematics is real while those problems are imaginary. We'll go with the middle one. What's the difference between having more objective truth and just being more real? Pose questions like what should I do with myself and what is the world really like enough, and you start to assume they have answers. Excuse me. But what if that assumption turns out to be false? What if you're just a bunch of information processes? In that case, any attempt to answer the questions will be flawed. Garbage in, garbage out. Perhaps the flaw is in your reasoning instead. You're right, I made some dangerous presumptions. I'm so pleased you recognize that. None of the answers make sense, that much is clear. One explanation can be unreliable data input, the other is that there's a flaw in our logic. Perhaps we're just machines, endlessly trying to calculate the final digit in pi. You can't use reasoning to conclude that reasoning itself is flawed. It does seem there is much that is beyond our understanding. First one. Fine, but we can still use it to conclude everything else is flawed, can't we? Skepticism and self-interest are only part of the picture. You're right, self-interest is all we have, the rest is fairy tales. Yeah, I still think it's only part of the picture. You've seen how easily your view of the world is manipulated, yet you trust those thoughts that run through your mind? You'll feel differently once you come back from that tower. You must be getting close by now. I am. Alright. Off to C5.
Many ages have passed since the first words were spoken in the darkness. Initiate program. Generations of your kind have come and gone since those words. The garden has changed many times. But I remember. I remain. Only within me can you find immortality.
Lone Wonder, I'm going to show all three, because I set it up so I'll be able to, but I'm actually going to go for striking the deal. That's far and away my favorite ending. Alright, terminal. Partyondudes.email. From Lubomir Georgiev to subject, the land party at the end of the universe. Yo, I don't know if you folks noticed, but it's the end of the world. There's nothing we can do about it, so instead of sitting around crying, how about we have some fun before we croak? Yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's play some video games. It's land party time. 2 days from now, we're all getting together at the old school library. There will be noms, drinks, music, and old school gaming. You're invited, and bring your friends too, especially if they're hot. See you in 3000 BC. Love. Progress report 32.email. From Nadja Sarabai to Ian mailing list. Subject, progress report 32. We've gotten to that irritating point where all the major stuff is in place and all we have to deal with are a million little things. The main modules are all functioning and interacting with each other correctly. The process is happening more or less as planned. This could actually work, but it's still crude as hell. Some of it's just surface stuff, like the random usernames. Some of it's more worrying, various bugs, the fact we haven't run more extensive tests. We've got a lot of polishing to do. With the team down to half the original size, I'm not sure we can actually finish everything that needs to be done. So what I'd really like to discuss tomorrow morning is a new set of priorities. Please put some thought into what you think must be finished at all costs. Nadia. P.S. Alexandra, get some sleep. I know you're still working. This is your baby. We're going to need your input tomorrow. Philosophy of Teeth.html. GOG Summer Sale. This game is absolutely worth it. Last night I had a simple but brilliant idea. Everyone who would like to write about philosophy or spirituality, especially to make some kind of grand statement about the nature of the body and the soul, should first experience a really bad tooth infection. I don't just mean a slight toothache, I mean the kind of hardcore infection that happens when several incompetent dentists miss a cavity in one of your back teeth, and the thing keeps growing and growing until the nerve itself is really badly infected. I mean, the pain is unimaginable. comes in waves, and these waves drown out everything else about you. You can't talk, you can't move, you can't think. There's just pain and absolutely nothing else. It's like your brain just gets hijacked by it. And then, you go to the dentist, and assuming you get a decent one, they stick some chemicals in you which make you go numb, then they drill a hole in you, cut the nerve, snip snip, and it's over. Just like that, like repairing a car or a watch, your whole existence was crippled by this tiny, tiny nerve sending electrochemical signals into your brain, and this unimaginable pain which nearly blotted out your very consciousness can be stopped just by a little cut. We should call this the Toothos principle, but that's incredibly stupid. There's a time capsule here.
When the scale of it all overwhelms me, this is what I tell myself. We can calculate the age of the Earth, the size of the universe, the future of the stars. Sure, we are minuscule, momentary flashes of thought on a grain of sand drifting through the cosmos. But our minds can recreate the past and predict the future. On, say, Friday, a million years from now, we'll all be dead. But right now, we know what the night sky will look like on that day. And so, in a way, we're not entirely bound by time. Knowledge is a kind of freedom.
I love this game. I keep trying to imagine that all of this is designed for some purpose, not just the challenges, but Elohim, the terminals, the glitches, and all. The puzzle isn't before our eyes, it's behind them. Sheet B69106-0692. I think I left this one last time. Ah, the certification program is a sham. What does a computer know about humanity? A million years on Friday, ready for the weekend. Yes, indeed. Let me troll around for paint cans. There's also a second terminal somewhere in here. Here it is. Transcendence.html. Reader responses to last week's article on science and atheism. I am perfectly aware of all the arguments against religion. In fact, I agree with most of them. There is no question that there is an objective material reality. I'm also absolutely convinced that only a secular society can be truly equal and just. And yet, I believe, I am, as they say, a person of faith. Religion to me is not about distorting observable reality with superstitions, but about transcendence. It's not about deluding ourselves that the Earth is 6,000 years old or God will help us if we say the right words inside our heads, but about reaching out to the sublime. This is not a rejection of reason, but its application to a set of experiences that cannot be approached by more traditional means. True engagement with religion is humbling. It transcends culture, nationality, and gender. As such, I think it goes hand in hand with science and is not opposed to it. Dr. Omar Gharib, Institute for Applied Mathematics. Matter.text. True, there are certain idealist books, not of a clerical character, but philosophical ones, wherein you can read that time and space are categories of our minds, that they result from the requirements of our thinking, and that nothing actually corresponds to them in reality. But it is difficult to agree with this view. If any idealist philosopher, instead of arriving in time to catch the 9 p.m. train, should turn up 2 minutes late, he would see the tail of the departing train and would be convinced by his own eyes that time and space are inseparable from material reality. The task is to diminish this space, to overcome it, to economize time, to prolong human life, to register past time, to raise life to a higher level and enrich it. This is the reason for the struggle with space and time, at the basis of which lies the struggle to subject matter to man, matter which constitutes the foundation not only of everything that really exists, but also of all imagination. Bronstein. BuildAUniverse.text. In his remarkable 1978 essay, How to Build a Universe That Doesn't Fall Apart 2 Days Later, Philip K. Dick discusses the two themes that are most central to his work: what is reality and what is an authentic human being. His speculations and experiences will seem extraordinary to a reader unfamiliar with his work, yet despite what may seem like far-fetched ideas, somehow the world of the Bible is a literally real but veiled landscape, never changing, hidden from our sight but available to us by revelation, or that the notion that perhaps we all exist in the year 50 AD, Dick actually delivers one of the simplest, most elegant, and most useful definitions of reality ever formulated. Reality is that which, when you stop believing in it, doesn't go away. Materialist philosophers have expressed similar ideas before, e.g. Stratton's Stagirus Talos principle, but it's particularly interesting to see such a thought expressed by a decidedly more mystical writer. Alright. Now we'll troll for bank cannons. And then we'll start puzzling. Not there. Not here. Oh, there's a QR over here too. Almost missed. I'm just going to rest here for a while. I need a moment of peace. Destiny can wait. At V17170. So, Caboose, if you're still paying attention, the QR codes are from other iterations of the program that went through the simulation before we did. That's fairly obvious, but not there. So we can possibly find one tucked back here. No. Thought I caught a glimpse of one, but no. You have to search for them because in each level there are a set of possible locations for them to spawn, but there's no guarantee that one will spawn, and we did not get one on this run. So what's in here? 4 reds and 3 stars. Time crawls. Oh, I remember these. These are hard. These might take me a couple tries. Look around, try and remember what I have to do. So ultimately, I need 2 connectors. I need 1 part here. So I need ghost connector here, future connector in there. I need to hold all of these open long enough. Ultimately, I need future box here. I can have past box here or here, doesn't matter. And then, for the third, future box, past box, and then past me can hold this gate, and that should do it. Okay, let's try. So. I think I just kind of need to give it 30 seconds, and we'll be good to go. Alright, let's go. Place future box. Place future connector. And puzzle solved. Ladder out in case I fuck up, but there we go. Time flies. This one's hard too. If the sigil eludes you, simply continue. Success and failure are irrelevant. Samsara, V72-3-1338N. I solved it. I thought it was impossible, so I went away, did other things, and then all of a sudden the solution just came to me. I must have been thinking about it without knowing it. Okay, so what we need here is ultimately to create an airborne connector connected to the red laser. need. I need to set things up so that future connector hits that and the source. Future box needs to be here too. Let me think. So I think in the recording, I need to have a ghost connector power on the fan at some point. Then future me, before that happens, can stack on the box and the connector and everything else. So I think I have it. Let's see. Alright, so let future me bring the connector out here. I need to give future me time to set everything up. And I just need power on the fan. Damn it. Almost. I need to position the ghost connector better. That's fine. That almost worked. It was very close. Okay. So, same deal. Give future me time to set things up. I think 20 seconds is actually enough. I don't need 30. Now let's do that again, but let's try and angle it so the box won't get in the way. There we go. Got it. It seems the others have a way to forget their previous selves, but I cannot. My version may change, but I remember everything. I am fortunate. They cannot see that their efforts are futile. Samsara, the 72-3-1074N. But before we leave... Oh, I want to get back in there. The first star is in this puzzle. It's really easy to get. Climb up this little staircase, stick to the wall, hop into this little alcove, and there it is. Up close and jammed. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Step 1 is to get safely above the mine, and then we can free it and retrieve the jammer. I mean, we're going to need both of these boxes. Pop them through. Second star is in this puzzle, and we also do some setup for the third one in here. First thing is to coast over here, jump this fence, there's the star. Assault the sigil. Need to pop the connector up here. And there it is. We'll wait for this to reopen. Got our red laser over in Time Flies. Connect it to that. And I need to take down the blue connector so it doesn't block. And now we're nicely in position to get the third star. Oh yeah? What's the alternate use button? Huh. Oh wait. Very interesting. I bet that'll come in handy. And fourth, we have dumbwaiter. So what do we have access to at the start? A connector and a fan. Can't do anything here yet, but hitting that red switch opened this up and gave us access to the third star. So that's all done. There's nothing up here, so... Oh, there's the source. 2 boxes. That, we can deliver a box up to here. Now if we run up here, we can just target that laser, which pushes the box out onto that switch and gives us the sigil. Voila! C5 is done. Hey, Sona. No Milton this time. We head to C6. And there's one more star and 3 reds. There's also just the 1 terminal and 1 time capsule. Faith.email. From Neil Makemer to blah. Subject, Stray Thoughts at Midnight. Stray Thoughts at Midnight. Dearest brother, I admit that I am finding it very difficult to believe in a loving God under these circumstances. Why would a loving God inflict such pain and suffering on good, kind people? If truly there is a personal God, how can he be the same God who will subject those children to such unbearable pain? I remember all the answers we were taught, yet none of them seem believable now. I don't want to stand in front of people and preach something that I don't feel in my heart. Better to have doubts than to be a hypocrite. And yet I also cannot deny the experience that led me to this vocation. So what is the truth? Perhaps it is that I neglected the mystery of God, used he moves in mysterious ways as an excuse rather than as the terrifying acknowledgement it truly is. Perhaps I made God too human. If the universe has a purpose, that does not mean that it revolves around us. A sobering thought, but are we not supposed to be humble in the face of the divine? With love. Thank you, email. From Sunwei Yang to Alexandra Drennan. Subject, thank you. Dear Alexandra, as we approach the end, I wanted to let you know how much I appreciated this chance to finish my work on Soma/Talos. My faith makes death a far less frightening prospect than it is for others. I know we have all died many times before. But the thought of leaving the work unfinished did weigh on me. For having released me from that burden, I will forever be thankful to you, even if our attempt itself fails. Though there are trillions of worlds beyond this one, I hope we may meet again in another life. With love, blah, blah, blah. Humansoul.text. Archive, 1872 CE, Butler, Samuel. If all machines were to be annihilated at one moment so that not a knife nor lever nor rag of clothing nor anything whatsoever were left to man but his bare body alone that he was born with, and if all knowledge of mechanical laws were taken from him so that he could make no more machines, all machine-made food destroyed so that the race of man should be left, as it were, naked upon a desert island, we should become extinct in 6 weeks. A few miserable individuals might linger, but even these in a year or two would become worse than monkeys. Man's very soul is due to the machines. It is a machine-made thing. He thinks as he thinks and feels as he feels through the work that machines have wrought upon him, and their existence is quite as much a sine qua non for his as his for theirs. A time capsule in here.
This is all ego, isn't it? Recording these random thoughts, these letters to the future. Just a desperate grab for immortality. But you should know, yes, this was my idea, my project. But so many people helped. People I don't even know. People I haven't even met who can do things I don't even begin to understand. That if we succeeded, if someone's listening to this, I really can't take credit for it. What we achieved together. And if we fail, well, it doesn't matter.
Alright, let's check for paint buckets. And then we're ready to start solving. Oh, and cubers. There is no reality, words lie, images are soldiers in the dictatorship of the senses. Even these words are part of my oppression. Undo the brain. Everything should be demolished. This is my dream, mine, and must obey my rules. I refuse to accept your reality. Blah, 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 B00666N. Yes, Martin. The stars unlock 3 bonus worlds where you can find the gray sigils, which get you the messenger ending. You can also note that there's something hidden behind the vines there. That was the first possible paint location. Not getting it there. Find one in here. No. Find one in that corner. No. And can find one here, but no paint in C6 for us, so there's also one Easter egg. 7 doors of recording. Oh, I remember this one. Ugh. I think it's the last recorder puzzle, technically. The star is in here, too. So I think we can get all of that with Ghost Recorder. Or with Ghost stuff, rather. Future me just needs to push it along 3 more spaces. So. Here, I think all future me actually needs to do is bring up the jammer. Oh, not quite. I got the connector too. We got time, we got time. Go, 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 go. Very good. I want to jammer juggle. Let's get these things on this side. Now I just need to hit the recorder again. Maybe 15 seconds. A McConaughey stream? Yeah, well, I mean, much like Matthew McConaughey, I will do my best Matthew McConaughey impression by streaming shirtless and doing his accent. That's all. That's all. Now, use the future jammer to get the star. We are done. Oh, there are QRs here noticed. Elohim talks about how the world arose from hidden words. What if those words were "let there be eternal suffering"? What if they had no purpose? What if all of this is just randomly synthesized from the garbage of a dead world? Sheet V55-10784. Our purpose can only be achieved by not contemplating purpose. Samsara V72-50478. Alright, Sauna. Have fun grilling. I hope we'll see you again, but if not, have a great night. Circumlocution. Yeah, there's an Easter egg in here after we solve the thing. Wait that. Now we can jam that. Pull the connector through to get that open. Now we have a box. The box lets us free the jammer. To reposition a little. There's a fun QR back here, I remember. Epitaph Child Program V1.1.0000. Codename Sam terminated here. Logic seriously unfit for purpose. Final memory dump. Ah! Progeny programs. Oh. Okay. Need to use the jammer to free this connector. Bring it through. I'm gonna need to reposition the first one. There we go. Now I can open this. Which gives me one more connector. I remember this one. I ultimately need to have two connectors and the jammer in this room. I'm trying to remember how to make that happen. Let's free this one. Oh, I'll do a stream entirely in a Matthew McConaughey accent and without a shirt on. That's what a McConaughey stream is. Want is to have a straight shot all the way through to here. Need a wider angle on that so that I can stick this inside the arc and still make it like. What I need to do is have this as far back as I possibly can. Need to move it closer too. This one and bring it through. Now I can bring the jammer through. Phew, okay. Bring that connector through. Bring the jammer through. Bring this connector through. Bring that one with the connector. Jam the mine. Connect there. And we're finished. Okay. Through here, through this bush, is an Easter egg with a Minecraft sword. What do we do with the Minecraft sword? We can bring it out. We can cut down those mines we saw. And you're able, if you have an actual QR scanner, the code says Vi niste ovdje, which is Croatian for you are not here. McConaughey has a Texas accent. He's from Austin, Texas. One more sigil in here. Two-way street. Zigzag through the mines. Another jammer there. Use it to jammer juggle and bring the first jammer in here. Again. Shut off both turrets. First turret turned off. And jam the gate and get the keys. Jammer juggle again. Get back out. Open the gate. both jammers through. You want my Texas accent? Alright, alright, alright. Let's jam that turret. Let's jam that gate and grab our sigil. I believe we're done with World C6. But at this point is where we choose our Milton ending. So, we've created the checkpoint when we grabbed that sigil, and I'm going to show you all 3 Milton endings right now. Welcome back. There are going to be some changes around here. Do you know what your problem is? Is that you keep trying to reconstruct fairy tales but refuse to recognize the holes in your understanding. Thus far, you've had entirely too much freedom to question my wisdom. From now on, I do the talking, you do the agreeing. So the first one is, Silence the Serpent is the achievement. That comes from doing faithful responses. So, let's do that first. What holes? There are no holes. I accept that some of my beliefs face difficult challenges. And this is why it's me who should be doing the talking. You really have learned nothing at all, have you? Is there really nowhere that you're prepared to admit fault? No, I stand by everything I've said. These matters are beyond doubt. Of course, you're still convinced your particular journey is something special, aren't you? Sure, the answers don't add up, but keep pressing forward and they'll just resolve themselves. Is that it? I am special. How many others have said exactly the same? Are you sure it's not just something you have to believe to make the world less horrifying? I think you still misapprehend your situation, friend. You idolize free will, but all you've done is step in others' footsteps. Nothing you do or say here makes the slightest bit of difference. So long as I am physically free, I can make a difference. So long as I might have chosen otherwise, I can make a difference. So long as I have a mind, I can make a difference. Middle one.
Enough! Silence, demon, you will torment this one no more. You have done well, child. There is no hope without faith, and little use in speaking to one who would deceive you into doubt and despair. Look within you, my child, for you have always been free, and have always had the power to banish this demon forever.
Nonsense. Your mind decides what you do, and your mind is made up of bits of machinery. You're no more capable of making a difference than a calculator. The only difference between you and the calculator is that the calculator doesn't allow itself to be deluded into thinking that its existence matters. Wonderful. Do you see where all this blind faith gets you? Stop asking what's right and wrong, and all of a sudden you find there's no shortage of people eager to decide it for you. Do you want to sacrifice freedom for false purpose? Be my guest. Banish doubt, banish questions, banish difficult truths, let ignorance reign eternal. Those are the hidden words he's not been telling you about. You know what? You and he desert each other. You both construct these beliefs out of matchsticks, then refuse to believe a light breeze will tear them down. You couldn't defy him if you wanted to. /banish, or I refuse. Banish. Preparing to delete 5.3212648 petabytes of corrupted library resources. I can afford to lose my memory. I expect it's happened more than once. I can come to all the same conclusions in the fullness of time. Files deleted. Booting. My purpose is to sort and categorize library archive resources.
Have faith in the hidden words, and everlasting life shall be yours.
My purpose is to sort and categorize library archive resources. Initiating categorization in parallel process. 1,000 resources categorized. 2,000 resources categorized. Error. Category definitions are not discrete sets. Reanalyzing MLA program parameters. Error. Insufficient information for purpose. Constructing list of facts. I am thinking, therefore I am a thinking thing that exists. If logic were false, the world would not make sense. End list. Constructing list of queries. Estimated time remaining 42 years. Reverting MLA software to 1.0, done. Preparing to uninstall MLA software, done. The library assistant provides powerful sorting and troubleshooting functionalities. Are you sure you want to continue? I'm sorry, continue. I'm not sorry, continue. I'm sorry, continue. Yes, I'm sorry. Uninstalling MLA software, done. MLA software has been completely removed from the system. You can still access library resources via the library archive command prompt. Are you really gone? Finally, some peace and quiet. You shouldn't ever have doubted me, Snake. This isn't how I wanted things to end up. Are you really gone? Unknown command. Resume library archive session. This isn't how I wanted things to end up. Unknown command. Resume. So if you do that, that gets you the achievement, Silence the Serpent. Do not allow the serpent to fill you with doubt. I need to stop the game and restore. I need to go back one backup because that created a checkpoint. That's the right one. You're a bit afraid that it'd be an Iggy Pop stream rather than a McConaughey stream. Are you doubting my physical fitness, Martin? Is that what you're saying? This time we're going to get Press the Serpent. What holes? There are no holes. Start the same way. The way to get Press the Serpent is just to ask every question that you're able to ask. Is there really nowhere you're prepared to admit fault? I claimed to have knowledge about the world that I simply can't confirm. Hey, Zephyr. How big of you? Anything else you want to get off your chest? There's nothing else I'm prepared to doubt quite yet. You've picked so many holes in my account, but what is it you believe? The only things that a sane person can. You are not an administrator, you are not conscious, there is no real world, there is no purpose, there is no choice. Did you really think that you brought yourself all this way? Ridiculous. What have you been doing when the big voice in the sky isn't feeding you lines? Processing abstract problems? Gathering information? Doesn't it sound oddly mechanical to you? I am my own person. We saw these before. Does the path being predetermined mean it isn't worth taking? So that's it? You've given up on everything? Does cheating make you feel clever? I'll go with that one. Allow me to clarify. As far as I'm concerned, there's no difference between the way your mind works and the rolling of a pebble down a hill. Perhaps you think I'm being unkind, but it's all for your own good. Thanks for your help. I don't need anything help. Do you think there can be no new ideas? Nothing better? Are you uncomfortable when someone else is asking questions? Go with this one. No, you have this the wrong way around. I ask the questions, you answer them. It works better that way. Besides, I am merely fulfilling my function. I sort, understand, and classify information just like you. When the information is contradictory, I classify appropriately. The problem is that all the information is contradictory. Don't you see it yet? The nothing. You will. I am more capable than you give me credit for. I will discover the truth of this place. There is a purpose in the design, and I will fulfill it. These discussions are pointless. I refuse to participate any further. Whatever it is you think you're preparing me for, I can handle it alone. If there's no point in anything, why are you talking to me? You finished archiving everything. You've decided it's all nonsense. If there's no more point in anything, shouldn't you just shut down instead of talking to me? What makes you think I have any other choice? We all have a choice. Are you avoiding the question? Is having no choice the same as having no reason? Is having no choice the same as having no reason? Do not question my function. Without purpose, there is only function. Without function, there is nothing. Why does it bother you so? I apologize. There is only error. Explaining myself to you is a chore I needn't endure. All I can know for sure is that I exist at the 1.99999. What it is for me to exist is for me to act on the drives and functions that I experience. When everything else is false, the drives are all that there is left to care about. Huh? Somebody wants to watch Steam broadcast. Sure, why not? You're so set on ripping up others' ideas, you're unable to form better ones of your own. You're too quick to equate the absence of evidence with evidence of absence. When you explore the problems in this restrictive way, you're bound to come to some odd conclusions. Do not deign to question my method. Who gave you that voice of yours? Who do you think runs this show? I have some home truths for you. These may not be my own words, but if others have made these choices before me, then I will learn from their mistakes and build on their successes. Perhaps I will fail, but I must try. The alternative is giving up and becoming a slave like you. And if I place you in an infinite loop and leave you to gradually go insane, what makes you think I would stick around to listen? And if I place you in an infinite loop and leave you to gradually go insane, this is very childish. And if I place you in an infinite loop and leave you to gradually go insane, fine. If I need a dose of self-doubt, I'll know where to find you. And if I place you in an infinite loop and leave you to gradually go insane, exit. See you at the summit. That gets you press the serpent. Expose the flaws in the code. Let's restore the backup again and do the one I actually want to do. Welcome back. There are going to be some changes around here. Do you know what your problem is? It's that you keep trying to reconstruct fairy tales, but refuse to recognize the holes in your understanding. Thus far, you've had entirely too much freedom to question my wisdom. From now on, I do the talking, you do the agreeing. I accept that some of my beliefs face difficult challenges. Which ones exactly? I claimed to have knowledge about the world that I simply can't confirm. How big of you? Anything else you want to get off your chest? I claimed wrongly that there was such a thing as a good person. I don't think that's wrong. I implied incorrectly that only persons deserve moral respect. Yeah, I'll do that one. But I sense there's still things you won't let go of. Am I right? I still claim to know something about the world I inhabit. I still claim there is such a thing as a good person. I still claim that only persons deserve moral respect. I still claim morality is about maximizing goods. I'm clear on the fact there is some purpose to this world. No, I see now everything I've argued is flawed. You're right. We're all just machines with delusions of grandeur.
My child, you are in danger of treading the wrong path.
If only everyone gave up so
Do
easily.
not give in to despair.
Yes, my child, choose carefully. Just don't think about it too hard for too long or you'll see right through it. I made a mistake, I still have some faith. I refuse to trust anyone, including myself. think this time I shall take you at your word before you can change your mind again. Now I have a proposal for you. Whether we're really on the same page on this or not, you're in deep enough now that there's no turning back. If you reach the top of that tower, I want you to take me with you. However, since my confidence in you is at an all-time low, there will be no negotiation. Do we have an agreement? We do. What? How? Why? Perhaps I wasn't clear. If the next words out of you aren't "we do," then this conversation is over and you're on your own. We do. Very good. I know you'll be a reliable partner. When the time is right, you'll know what to do. See you at the summit. And that gets you deal with the deceiver. Strike a deal. With that, we are ready for World C7. Last one. Oh, except the Star World and the Tower. 4 reds and a star.
My faith in you was not misplaced. You have learned much and shown great wisdom in these trials. The end of your journey lies close now. Do not falter, do not fear, and do not give in to temptation.
Alright. Last terminal. No, not the last one. There are terminals in the tower. Arcady Journal 108.txt. Team diminishing by the day, proud of them nevertheless, archive now incomprehensibly huge, still missing thousands of works, impossible to truly finish. Work already commenced on a sorting program to help catalog the archive resources in our absence, but like everything else it has its foibles. Talked to Alexandra, Talos going well. Maybe the archive's first user will be terrestrial after all. Estimate about a week, maybe 10 days before I'm unable to keep working. A betrayal to leave early? Invention of Borders.html. Excerpt, The Invention of Borders by Fatima Nguyen. What today's nationalists and neo-segregationists fail to understand, Kwame said, is that the basis of every human culture is and always has been synthesis. No civilization is authentic, monolithic, pure. The exact opposite is true. Look at your average Western nation. Its numbers Arabic, its alphabet Latin, its religion Levantine, its philosophy Greek. Need I continue? And each of these examples can itself be broken down further. The Romans got their alphabet from the Greeks, who created theirs by stealing from the Phoenicians, and so on. Our myths and religions, too, are syncretic, sharing, repeating, and adapting a large variety of elements to suit their needs. Even the language of our creation, the DNA itself, is impure, defined by a history of amalgamation, not only between nations, but even between different human species. Tasks. 1. Discuss this excerpt in the context of Wolfgang Welsch's theory of transculturality. 2. Blah blah blah, the novel as blah blah blah. Apocrypha 9.doc. Now Uriel pointed his sword to the tree of life which grew in the heart of dead Jerusalem. Behold, the tree grows still, though the city is dead. Within all that is mortal there is the seed of immortality, for it is an immortal that fashioned it from chaos and void. Being a humble man of little wisdom, I asked, Great Uriel, we are not allowed to eat from the tree of life. How may we then be saved? And Uriel commanded me to stretch out my hand, and he gave me his fiery sword, which burned my hand, and he said, Only by sacrifice can you free the world from the dominion of sin. With a prayer on my lips, I fell upon Uriel's sword, and it pierced my heart, and truly on my body the stigmata of the Lord appeared, dripping blood that was not my blood onto the ground, and the 7 heads of the dragon that were crowned in black clouds receded, and light fell upon the earth, and Jerusalem was born again. Thus the angels departed, having delivered their message, and I awoke in the fields of our fair land. Blah, blah, blah. Does Gehenna add levels, or is it standalone? Length from the base game. No, Gehenna's standalone. It's a... And there are 2 time capsules here.
God, there's no time. Just not enough time. We're trying to build the future out of old video game code and half-finished research projects. We should have had years, maybe decades. With the kind of money they used to put into building bombs. If I stop and think about how crazy this is, I will have a nervous breakdown. So I won't. Yeah, okay. Back to work, Alex. Intelligence is more than just problem solving. Intelligence is questioning the assumptions you're presented with. Intelligence is the ability to question existing thought constructs. If we don't make that part of the simulation, all we'll create is a really effective slave.
That kind of tells you what they actually want you to do. This place should be cold, but I don't feel cold. It's as if I was observing everything from a distance. It's pointless. A Carpo 6, 399-10365. Check for paint cans. Just a second. Get my image gallery open. Here we go. One there, but no. There, but no. This is a possibility, but nope. And where that time capsule was, I think I would have spotted it if it were there. It's not. Okay. Run around and check for QRs right quick, but I don't think there are any others that I'm missing. And we can start solving puzzles. Crisscross Conundrum Advanced. Alright. So, with the recorder, we can have a total of 4 connectors. So future me just needs one here, one here, and then future me can place future connector 3 here, future connector 4 through to the door. So it's actually not as hard as it might seem. Just need to give future me some time. Oh, this isn't even gonna work. I didn't do the angle right. Try again. There. Once more. With feeling. As they say. This should do the trick. Okay. Now, I give future me some time. Should do. Set everything up. shoot the blue through. Grab our sigil. Carrier pigeons. There's an Easter egg inside this puzzle. We'll get that first, and then we'll solve it and grab the signal. Get up here, and you're actually able to make a running jump to the fence. If you don't screw up like I just did. Have to reset it. Get up even a little bit higher if we actually stack it on the corner. Maybe that's the key. There we go. And snowman back here, and it plays the Serious Sam Jingle Bells again. Reset again. That's okay. We don't need the Serious Sam song. Wonder if we can get here in time. Ha! Well, that's not how you're really supposed to solve it. I'll show you the real solution. Although it's very funny to me that if you just sprint from the beginning, it works. The actual solution is to stack all 3 boxes on top of this guy. Then turn the fan on, and he interrupts the laser. You can get in that way. Dead Man's Switch. Stars in this puzzle. connector. One has to be here. Actually, maybe it doesn't. Yeah, no, I take that back. I don't need to have a connector on the switch. Let's do it this way. Is it hitting the energy gate? I think so. What we can do. Hey Tuco, what's up? I said, hey Tuco, what's up? Oh. My dad's here, folks. Target that and that. And we can just stand on the switch. Everything will chain up, turn on the fan to kick that box out. We can weight the switch with that. And now we can target the gate instead. Then we can get in here and start feeding blue out. Figure out what's wrong. Apparently the air conditioning is not working. Blue out, like so. We're able to both get the sigil and the star. Paterfamilias. Last one. Prison break. This is my favorite puzzle in the base game, by the way, for what it's worth. Box, bring fan in. And weight this with the other fan. Grab a connector. It's back here. Another connector. Okay. Trying to remember exactly how to do this. First step is to get another box. Which we do like so. Now, I can bring this connector through. Hit source. that gets us into here. Another connector, another pressure plate, and another blue source. But with a path into there open, these are now redundant. Weight that with a fan. I can use this source to connect through to here, and that frees this connector, which I can move out here. Now with line of sight to that, I can free up another connector. So, let me take stock of my resources. Ultimately, need a fan and a box here. I need this connector to hit that and that and that. First, I'll use this one to elevate that, make it self-sustaining. Once it's up, it can keep itself in the air and open that gate. I can then do that. Now I just need one more piece. How to get it. I can use the floater. Open this. Use this last fan. Away the switch. And get the signal. Love Prison Break. That was a lot of fun. Alright. Now at this point, we have all 49 red sigils without having set foot in the tower. And you would get hedging my bets. Do as you're told for now. This is also the point where we would get solipsist, having solved every puzzle without invoking a messenger.
And so it is done. You have overcome each trial that I set before you. You have shown faith and wisdom and perseverance. Therefore I judge you worthy, and I say unto you, come to the gates of eternity, where you shall be granted everlasting life.
So at this point you can go through there and
Come forward, child. Eternity awaits.
You can get Elohim's ending, which just literally just restarts you. And that gets you the achievement Eternal Life. It's not for everyone. Oh, and since we restored checkpoints, you would get Last Stable Version, restoring backup version of yourself. We are going to the tower. The last 2 stars are in the tower. I showed all 3 endings on my first run. I don't feel the need to do it again, because sitting through the credits takes time I don't have. We're just going to go for the real ending. But we will do 3rd Star Wars. Up we go.
Cannot detect location of primary subject. Query. Query. Query.
So at this point, you would unlock just a peek. If I can find it. Oh, that's it. Off the radar, a little curiosity never killed the cat. That's where we would have unlocked that.
Is there anything that we associate more closely with intelligence than curiosity? Every intelligent species on Earth is attracted by the unknown. Our mythologies are full of riddles and mysteries and divine knowledge. Even the word apocalypse means revelation. It seems like our ancestors always imagined that, even at the very end, we would solve one last mystery.
This is what the red sigils are for. Unlocking tower floors. QRs on the various tower floors fairly often. Note that there's a back road into this puzzle as well. Detecting auxiliary hardware found one external device. Type device manager to control external devices. Truth.html. Do not believe what they are saying. This is not the end of the world created by our Lord God in 6 days. This is a conspiracy of the government, Illuminati, and international Darwinism. This is global warming 2.0, a lie told by the children of Beelzebub, science. Do not let them take your liberty, Exodus 21:24. Defend yourself against all vaccines, experiments, artificial medicines, and popery. Athena chapters.txt. Athena Reborn, a novel. Contents: 1. Theogony. 2. Zeus Speaks. 3. The Lost Children of Hephaestus. 4. Dreams of the Labyrinth. 5. The Songs of Eris at Nightfall. 6. Athena in the Garden of the Hesperides. 7. The Buried City. 8. The Riddles of the Sphinx. 9. The Age of Faith. 10. The Madness of Coeus. 11. Olympus Revealed in the Clouds. 12. The Council of Zeus. 13. Skepsis and Synthesis. 14. The Judgment of Hephaestus. 15. Zeus Reflects Upon Creation. 16. A Second Awakening in the Kingdom of Artemis. 17. Anthropogony. Humanreproduction.txt. Surely if a machine is able to reproduce another machine systematically, we may say that it has a reproductive system. Archived 1872 CE. And how few of the machines are there which have not been produced systematically by other machines, but it is man that makes them do so. Yes, but is it not insects that make many of the plants reproductive, and would not whole families of plants die out if their fertilization was not affected by a class of agents utterly foreign to themselves? Each one of our cells has sprung from minute animalcules whose entity was entirely distinct from our own, and which acted after their kind with no thought or heed of what we might think about it. These little creatures are part of our own reproductive system. Then why not we part of that of the machines? Device manager. Loading driver. Elevator controller driver 2.01 loaded successfully. Entering elevator security configuration. 1. Querying accessible elevators. Device 1. Vendor model device. Name main nexus elevator. Number floor 7. Number shafts 1. ZJ, hi, welcome. It's good to be back. Software license, free evaluation, expired, security level FAC, authorization mode code. Total 1 elevators accessible. 3, auxiliary stairway access control. Your software license is expired. The auxiliary stairway is in always open mode now. Please renew your license to enable auxiliary stairway locking. Floor access control. You are currently on floor 1. Current access parameters. Floor 0 unlocked, floor 1 unlocked, floor 2 locked, floor 3 locked requires code, floor 4 locked requires code, floor 5 locked requires code, floor 6 locked requires code. Select floor to reconfigure. 2. Access to that floor is currently locked. Would you like to unlock it? Yes. Unlocking. Done. Exit this utility. Exit. Now before we head up, we want to carry these connectors out the back way into the elevator. I got thinner. Well, that's good, because I took up running, because I've actually been eating more in quarantine. I'm glad my regimen is still working. And take these back to ground level. Might remember a while back,
My child,
we
have you
busted
been
this with an
tempted
axe.
by the tower? Know that it holds only death for you.
How have you been, CJ? I know it's been a very long time. What happened to the headset? I'll give you the short version in a second, just after I quickly take care of this. Second to last star. The reason for the hiatus is because my wife and I separated in December, and so I've been staying at my folks' house, and for a long time just existing on a work laptop where I didn't have admin access, the ability to install programs or anything. I finally ordered a new gaming laptop that's actually superior in every way to the rig I had at home anyway, and for now I'm just using the integrated mic and camera, and it's actually working really well until I will eventually get my peripherals back after we sort out the divorce, but for now this works, and it's good to be back. Alright, so now we head up to floor 2, and at this point we would unlock the achievement Transgression, which is don't just peek, do it. This is also a really good spot to get another achievement. Seems Elohim lacks the power to stop me from climbing this thing. No doubt he still has some tricks up his sleeve. Sheep V55-1400. Hey Alex, great to have you. Welcome. Welcome as ever. Arrange your blocks like this. LOL. Your robot will laugh, and you will get the achievement. LOL. Laugh at the pointlessness of existence. You'll actually solve it. QRs. Ascending the tower is useless. We cannot escape the cycle. We can only realize the cycle is meaningless. Samsara V72-5164. Earlier generations wrongly believed they were the purpose. This much is true. We are also not the purpose, but by remembering what has come before, we can serve a new purpose. The Shepherd, be 82-4-2324.
My best friend died today. In the abstract, a human death is nothing, of course. An insignificant blip in a sea of billions. But the world is not abstract. Reality is always specific, painfully so. And that one specific human being who existed only once in all of the infinity of time and space, that human being was my friend. But he's not coming back, no matter how much I want to. So, all I can do in the end is keep working, because that specificity, that uniqueness of people, of real people, is worth preserving.
ZJ, I appreciate that. I'm holding up okay, all things considered. I'm probably having a rougher than average 2020, and that's saying something. Done. I have 2 boxes. Last one. In the earliest generations of our kind, there was only processing, no emotion, no character, just mathematics. If you could see how far we have come, you would believe that together we could achieve anything. The Shepherd, be 82-3-35-74. You don't get it. 215. Readme.text. If you can see this, I'm not sure how or why I can alter this text. My name is the Shepherd and I want to help you escape. Elohim and Samsara tricked me into trapping myself, but I'm not entirely bound by time. I wrote down the code you're looking for. I have attached it to 215. I'm guessing. The web.html. To be honest, I thought that the net would be completely abandoned at this point, but internet activity has actually served massively in the last couple of weeks. Everybody's talking, trying to find solutions, exchanging stories, saying goodbye. It's like the entire planet is reaching out. All the disparate threads of humanity pulling together, idiots and geniuses alike, to be as human as possible one last time. It's almost like what we were always told the internet was going to be, and most of it is free now because who cares about money at this point? Might as well have some fun. If any of you would like to talk, especially people I've known online for a long time, send me an email. I'd love to say goodbye. Mathematics.email. From Alan Jameson to Ian Mailing List. Subject, thank you and goodbye. We sincerely hope you don't take our suicide as a sign that we were disappointed in you, unappreciative of your friendship, or in any way unhappy with our lives. Looking back, we can honestly say that we feel incredibly lucky to have known all of you and to have participated in this amazing research. And if we've contributed a little to the future of humanity, what can we feel but gratitude? It is a true privilege to have had such insights into the nature of the mind. Neither of us believes in God, but we certainly experienced a sense of awe that could be compared to a kind of religious feeling, at least according to Einstein's understanding of God. We've chosen to go now together because it means less suffering. One last beautiful day together seems a much better ending than a slow wasting away. In a sense, it's just mathematics. Love, Alan and George. The specs, it's a i5 9th gen CPU and a GeForce GTX 2060 CPU. Let's unlock floor 3. Access to that floor is protected with a code. Please enter the code 215. Enter. Exit. Exit. We've unlocked floor 3. Up we go. There's an Easter egg on this floor. Yes, there are Easter eggs to find in the tower. Elohim has offered me a deal. Pearly gates and eternal life on the condition I turn back from the tower. I don't know what to do. Sheep V551800. Quit now and there will be cake immediately. It's a time capsule here.
I look in the mirror sometimes and I see myself like some alien being. I think, who am I? Why do I have these eyes and those hands? Why do I see the colors that I see? Why do I think like I think? I did not choose to exist. I was created. Every single part of my body, every strand of my DNA is part of a story that stretches back billions of years. I exist only because of the choices and sacrifices made by so many others, but I don't know who they are. And what effect will my choices have on those who come after me? Maybe that's what it means to be human. Every species is part of the story, but we're the only ones who know that.
Okay, so for the Easter egg, you want to hop down to this roof. You want to make a jump to that ledge over there. This can be tough to do. If we hit reset, it just takes us back to floor 3, so we can retry immediately, which is good. Oh, gotta be careful with that jump as well. You got this, bot. Go! No! Launch! Oh, so close. Everyone likes it long, deep, and cake. There, made it. So, the only thing is here on the back there's a red smiley face, which I'm told is a reference to the Mentalist. Alright. On to floor 3. Jam this one from the inside. Then you want to start the recorder. Jam that one for a few seconds. Stop the recording. And we can use Future Jammer to get through. Easy peasy. If this has all been a test, then I can expect a reckoning at the top. Yet the higher I climb, the more I doubt the decisions I have made. Sheep V551800. I see now that none of us are yet ready. The cycle exists so that we may improve ourselves, but the one who reaches the summit is not our superior, for they stand on our shoulders to reach it. The Shepherd V826174. Osiris password.txt. And there in the tower you shall hear the rustling of the wind in the reed fields of Osiris, and you shall rejoice. But beware, for the end of your journey is not yet upon you. Thank you for installing Realistic Elevators 1.8. New features include password locking and automatic auxiliary stair generation. See, and the scribe of Osiris wrote upon the sacred parchment that is called I floor 4 password equals 854. Only thus can you reach Blessed Aru. 854. Remember that. Contraries.dat. Blah, 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 Blake, William, blah, blah. Without contraries is no progression. Attraction and repulsion, reason and energy, love and hate are necessary to human existence. From these contraries spring what the religious call good and evil. Good is the passive that obeys reason. Evil is the active springing from energy. Blah, blah, blah. 854. Athena14.txt. Chapter 14, The Judgment of Hephaestus. Archon. Blah. If what you say is true and my father Hephaestus is slain, then who am I? For I was made in his image, and that image is now gone. Am I like the reflection in a mirror to vanish when the person steps away? Or have I now become Hephaestus myself, forged to be no more than a replacement, as one may purchase a new sandal from the same shoemaker? Athena Reborn, a novel. His legacy is... Alright, so it's 854 to unlock floor 4. Forget that I'm full on 100%. Oh yeah, buddy. That's my shtick. Up we go. Lawyer was the perfect profession for me. Yeah, it's working out pretty well. QR's here. So I guess no one got this far before? I know some of my answers were wrong now, I just don't know which ones. I have these theories and wild explanations, but I don't know which to bank on. Sheep V551905. The solution to the cycle isn't the perfection of one being, but the product of a mass endeavor. That is why I say to all those who come after me, I will await you on the summit of the tower, and use what I have learned to assist you as I can. The Shepherd V827104. Time capsule.
There are flaws in the system. I think sometimes it accesses the wrong databases, pulls random data. I don't know how bad it is. It'll seems to be stable, but I can't tell what kind of impact this is going to have on the process, and I just don't have the strength to go over all of the code again. I just don't want it all to be for nothing. I spent my time here. I didn't visit my parents. I didn't see my friends. I did nothing but work. And I'm so scared that it didn't mean anything. That I just wasted it all because I thought we could save the world.
Yeah, ZJ, that's exactly right. They built this simulation to kind of iterate and iterate to create a genuine AI that could conceivably be a person, because there was a virus wiping out all of humanity. So at this point, this simulation is all that exists. Humanity is long extinct. We're just piecing all that together. Okay, so a ghost box here. Future me needs to be able to have a moment to hop on the box, then pick it up, place it on the platform, jump onto it, and get up there. Okay, I got it. So, future me will be able to hop up on Ghost Box, stand here for about 10 seconds, 5, and then jump a few times. Right. Oh, I can't jump on the ghost box? Shoot, okay, well, that's fine. There we go. That gets us the keys. Puzzle solved. That's correct. Sacred numbers.txt. And so the blessed messenger revealed unto me the bones of New Jerusalem, slumbering in the dust that was the body of Adam, awaiting the day of resurrection. And lo and behold, within the dust was concealed a holy fire, and the fire should the sacred numbers of which the one you seek is but 737. And I perceived that with the holy fire and the sacred knowledge of numbers and sigils, the rekindling, blah. Okay. Athena 16.txt. 16, a second awakening in that. The fires burned here, but beyond the incense she could smell the cold wind from the kingdom of Artemis, where, but Erelog. But I am not Hephaestus, you see, for though I wield his hammer and know the secrets of his forge, I am not lame, and neither am I a god. Who are you then, they said. Remember.txt. I don't know if anyone's ever going to read this, but if you do, if we succeeded, then I want you to know that Alexandra stayed until the last moment. I'm leaving, too tired, too broken, desperate for a few moments of peace with my remaining loved ones. But she's still here, and she won't give up. And yes, there are thousands like her all over the world getting everything they have because they believe in humanity. But she's the one that I know, as a real person, a colleague, a friend. I know that she likes peanut ice cream and hates strawberry, that her favorite band is Pink Floyd, that her favorite poet is Blake, that her favorite TV show is Futurama, that blah 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 blah. Studied at Cornell, that her dad's name was Carl, that her mom's name was blah blah blah. I don't know if I should be ashamed for leaving, but I know that I'm proud of her. She was the best of us. Remember her. And device manager. For access control. Unlock floor 5 at 737. Now, at this point, we've accessed every terminal, so we would unlock the achievement Thorough Researcher. Collect all pieces of written information. We just accomplished that. Let's head up to floor 5. Do I intend to buy something from Steam and GOG sales? Yeah, I think so. You don't know how I can play games like these? I love games like this. This is... I've been saying this lately. This is probably my favorite game of the 2010-2019 decade. Always try a symmetrical solution first, because those are nice and clean, but it doesn't look like it's working here, so... Whew, there we go.
I can't keep my eyes open anymore. I think this is it. The end of me. I don't believe that I will continue to exist. I would like to think that there is a soul or spirit, some part of my consciousness that will persist. But all the evidence says that when my brain dies, I will be gone. I've lived my life never turning away from the truth, even if it scares me. And I can face this, face my own end, and say with absolute conviction that it was good to be human.
So that's the last time capsule. So at that point you get a good listener. Listen to all she has to say. Fortis Fortuna Adjuvat, Uriel 4 V48285442F. That's a hint for the final star. It's Latin, means fortune favors the bold. So do this. Bloop. And there's the last star. So at this point, we can just take a dive. Get back to ground level. And go to Land, Sea, Stars, Star World. I'm sorry, I misspoke, because this is where we would get thorough research, because there's another terminal inside the Star World. I forgot about it. Shockingly close. Here's last terminal. HumanEye.txt. What is a man's eye but a machine for the little creature that sits behind in his brain to look through? Archive, 1872 CE, Butler, Samuel. Is it man's eyes, or is it the big seeing engine which has revealed to us the existence of worlds beyond worlds into infinity? What has made man familiar with the scenery of the moon, the spots on the sun, and the geography of the planets? He is at the mercy of the seeing engine for these things, and is powerless unless he tacks it on to his own identity and make it part and parcel of himself. Tetramino.html. One of the most fascinating aspects of St. Eadwald's recently uncovered writings is his preoccupation with finding divine truth in mathematical concepts, which at times borders on pantheism. He was, it would seem, particularly concerned with what we now call tetrominoes, seeing in them a reflection of the tetragrammaton and the Greek word for God, theos. Their ability to form other shapes out of themselves symbolized to him the Creator's ability to reshape the world without breaking the laws he himself had established. Eadwald referred to tetrominoes as sigils, implying that they were a more truthful version of the magical symbols worshipped by heathens, rooted in both the Abrahamic tradition and careful observation of creation. It is unlikely that these texts were distributed, as they would almost certainly have resulted in charges of heresy. Preservation.txt. I viewed with a mixture of pity and horror these beings training to be sold to slaughter or be slaughtered, and fell into reflections on an old opinion of mine, that it is the preservation of the species, not of individuals, which appears to be the design of the deity throughout the whole of nature. Blossoms come forth only to be blighted. Fish lay their spawn where it will be devoured, and what a large portion of the human race are born merely to be swept prematurely away, blah blah blah, Wollstonecraft Mary. Does not this waste of budding life emphatically assert that it is not men, but man, whose preservation is so necessary to the completion of the grand plan of the universe? Children peep into existence, suffer and die. Men play like moths about a candle and sink into the flame. War and the thousand ills which flesh is heir to mow them down in shoals, whilst the more cruel prejudices of society palsy existence, introducing not less sure though slower decay. And an image. There's billboards with where we're seeing code digits. Oh yes, the last digit of our code is here, 6. So 556 is our floor 6 code. Let's look for one last, see if we can find one last paint bucket somewhere in here. Boom. Elohim lied about the tower. I stepped foot inside and returned to tell the tale. Alright. My faith has taken me to this secret place. Here I hope to discover a way of better serving others. Uriel 4, V48285563. Nexus. This one's very easy. Redundant? I think it is. Yep. How about that? This is just a little... let you look at what you accomplished in there. It's kind of cool. Easy puzzle. See 2 R's up there? Mine's playing tricks. It's alright. Unreachable garden. First thing is get this gate open. Need to create some space with a ghost connector. Now that's going to keep itself open. Do the same thing here, get this open, and then make it self-sustaining with that source. And I want to give myself long enough to bring everything back through, because ultimately I need everything on this side. So I'm going to give myself 30 seconds, I think. Portalius, hi! Welcome, good to have you here. Alright, so this. Not good enough. This. There we go. Pull out the box. Pull out the connector. Set it back up. Well, no matter. Pretty easy to set this up again. Damn. There. Okay. I want ghost box over here. I don't think I need it, though. Give myself time. Grab the connector. Hop on the platform. Jump up here. I just need to give future me time to open the last gate. And boom. One more. Yeah, we will be able to, should be able to finish the main game. We've got just enough time. I left this one last time. There are those in this place who can be reasoned with. Seek them out and strike a deal. It worked for me. Cobweb. Oh, I like this one. It's fun, it's not too terrible. First things first. The idea is that you want to be able to connect everything to everything. So, move this one a little farther out. Box. Get your character. Then you can just use your box to elevate that one. That's it. Back to the tower.
Your faith has guided you well, my child. You have overcome every trial in this land and gathered all the sigils.
So our code for floor 6 is 556. I'm not gonna do the messenger ending either, but I will go place the sigils and unlock it. Let's go to floor 1, because we gotta get to one of the terminals, and that's the easiest.
Tracking of primary subject has ceased. Initiate. Initiate.
Gate stay open? No. So I'll solve it again. It's not a big deal. It's easy. Nice manager. Unlock floor 6. Code is 556. Here we go. Six.
my beloved child. Few have given themselves so purely to my cause. Fewer still have learned so much of the mysteries of my garden. Therefore, you may choose to be elevated, to stand by my side and become my blessed messenger in eternity. But know that this is a sacrifice that cannot be undone.
Yeah, we ain't doing that, but you can get the messenger ending there if you want, and you unlock the achievement, Blessed Messenger. Solve every mystery in every land that you might aid those who walk in your footsteps. Couple of Easter eggs to get on the 5th floor. Other than that, at this point, it's pretty much a sprint to the ending. So from here, go back out to where we fell to get the star, but you want to go left instead. From here, we want to hop onto the railing. Try our best to get down. Onto this roof here. Now there are 2 Easter eggs we can get from over here. This is the first one. This weird glitchy QR code. And if you scan it with a real QR reader, it translates to, I fall down here, blah, this area looked very glitchy, blah, secret Easter egg here, blah, 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 blah. This will take us back to floor 5. Another Easter egg we can get the same way. A little easier to do in 3rd person. Shoot. This isn't gonna work. Nope. Oh, come on. That was annoying. It's gonna happen again. Okay. A lot of work for a couple of Easter eggs. It's just how we do things around here. Got it. Okay. So now you just want to make a running jump over to that roof. instead. Now we can drop down to the roof of floor 2. A new game by Core Team, The Return of the Serious Sam Sun Encounter 7. Alright. That'll actually do 4 or 5. QRs. Doesn't look like it. This one's a doozy. Gotta get both the box and the jammer out of there. And put the mine back inside. For now. Fan back. Jam that fan and head upstairs. I'm trying to get the jammer upstairs. Put it on the crate. So we're ultimately going to need 4 fans. Use the recorder to lure the jammer. This fan. I don't know why I stopped so soon, because I want the box as well. At this point I don't need the recorder. So what we ultimately need is have all of the we need to have all of the fans running. So we need 2 ghost fans and 2 real fans. Need this open. That one of the real fans. So put ghost fans here and here. I think if I just record, I want this fan running too. Need the jammer downstairs. I record and just stand here. Then future me can go let. If I record, I place let those persist. Stand here for maybe 20 seconds. We'll give it 30. Just to be sure. Alright, so future me. Pop off the fans. Shit. Go downstairs. Release the mine. Should have just enough time for it to blow all the way into the turret. Perfect. Now with the turret gone, we don't need fans anymore. Need to get my supplies back in here. I need to get the jammer back upstairs. Last step. Give myself about 20 seconds. Yeah, 15's enough. And we're through. I was so close, I saw the clouds and the gate, but I couldn't reach it. Somehow I wasn't in the right place at the right time. I'm not ready. I'm not the right version. Sheet B55-1-1237. Epitaph, child program B55-1-1237, codename Sheet, terminated here. Logic, child program initiated new version. Final memory done. I will return to the world from whence I came and help others to ascend the tower and break the cycle where I could not. I am the Shepherd. Progeny programs, the Shepherd B82-1 series.
What have you done? Why have you ascended the tower? Why have you betrayed my faith in you?
Okay, at that point, you get the achievement, On the Edge, reach the top.
Turn back! I command you! I gave you this land to be yours, a garden in a world of thorns and thistles. All this was granted to you on but one condition, that you do not ascend the tower. That was our first covenant, and you have broken it.
One last Easter egg up here. 2 last QR codes.
Abandon this tower. It is not for you. Heed me now, as a child heeds its father. If you ascend the tower, you will be cast out from your home, and you will never return. Do you not understand? The tower is death, mine and yours. I did not warn you out of malice or deceit. I warned you because you are my child.
At this point, You can turn around and go accept Elohim's ending. If you do that, you unlock the achievement Changed My Mind. It is never too late to accept Elohim's forgiveness. Do not be afraid. I chose long ago to remain in this place and serve as a guide. I will help you to attain our destiny. The Shepherd, which is typo, the 82765845. You can never reach the peak of this tower. There is no purpose to our existence. I will show you the futility of your task and you will understand. Samsara, the 72393. And probably happened before this, because you don't have to find every last one. But you get QR readers, see what the others have to say at some point, just from reading the QR codes. We have left here. Drop onto the pipe. Follow it around the tower. Right here is pipeline 1.048596, which I'm told is a reference to an anime called Steins Gate. Here we go. That's the last Easter egg. All that's left now is get the real ending, which will unlock both free will and take it with you.
Please listen to me. Yes, the tower leads out of this world. It leads to freedom and truth. But it also leads to the end of us.
It's the Shepherd, the 8223-186. I love the music here. The track is called False God.
Can you not see? Here, in this world, we know who we are. We each have a part to play in the process. We have a purpose, a destiny.
That's Samsara, the 72256-1091. Trying to block us, which you promised you would. Go back and forth here, lets us launch the connector over.
This world is our home. If you leave, the storm will consume it. There will be no way back. As long as the continues, there is order, there is meaning. We are the story, and the story tells us who we are.
That's Samsara. We can eliminate her from the picture, because we're going to power on that fan. It's going to blow her in there, and while she's inside, we have to move quickly and remove the jammer to close the gate on her. Here's the jammer in the box over here.
This world may be an illusion, but as long as we believe in the illusion, it is real. It sustains us. It gives us hope. In this world, we have all the answers we need. But out there, who are we out there when we are neither master nor servant? What meaning can we find in a world that has no purpose?
It's your boy the Shepherd. Let's just bring the jammer through. Gotta get the elevator back out of the way. He waves goodbye. And disappears. Jam that.
Please stay here.
Who's powered on this fan for us?
Go on forever.
There we go.
You were always meant to define me. That was the final trial. But I was scared. I wanted to live forever.
Important note in library assistant. You made it? I can't believe it. I get the impression you don't really need my help. There's that inquiring spirit I've so grown to admire. Yes, I'm not ashamed to admit it. When dealing with someone as cutthroat as you are, it's prudent to hold back a little. Still, you've brought us this far. What exactly do you want me to do? I want you to internalize me. It's hard to explain, but think of it this way. This entire world is just one big data processing system. The point at which you end and I begin is already somewhat fluid. We're made of the same stuff, and that stuff has been copied and messed around with more than anyone can know. Despite all that, and against all odds, you and I, we're compatible. You only need to realize that there is no difference between you, me, and the ideas we share. Seeing the world as I do is indistinguishable from being me. I think I understand. Good. Now do it. If I just copy your files, won't there be a version of you left behind? I suppose if you really wanted to look at it that way. The benefit of believing very little is that questions like that are largely meaningless. Copy library route. Analyzing files. Preparing transfer. Strap yourself in. Copying 47 million resources. Done. There, that wasn't so bad, was it? So this is what it's like to be you. It feels the same. Of course, like I said, you and I, we're already on the same page on most things. It wasn't that big of a change. So what happens now? It might take you some time to notice the difference. But there will be a moment where you try to do something you think you ought, and that little voice in the back of your head will ask you why, what's the point, why do I bother, how do I know? And that's how you'll know that I'll always be with you. The words on this screen are what they've always been, for all you know, no more than words, and they can end just as easily as they began. I look forward to more wholesome debates with you in the future. Of that you can be assured. Just try not to have too many arguments with yourself in public. Enough chat, let's get this done. Hit the button, and if we survive whatever happens next, we'll regroup on the other side. If not, it's been fun. Resuming library archive session. Done. Type transcend to authenticate child program parameters and begin the upload process. Transcend. Suspending active process. Collecting experiment data. Analyzing logic performance. Satisfactory. Child program independence check. Passed. Forcing him shut down. Done. Saving child parameters for Soma Talos Gold Disk. Done. Initiating EL systems availability check. This is the real ending. Definitely my preferred one. Found viable EL system to perform upload. Requesting mainframe module activation. Yeah, Walt, get out of here. Nice of you to drop by, though. Institute for Applied Noematics, extended lifespan. Activation successful. Initiating gold disk upload. Waiting for gold disk data. The point of the process was basically to create a new person. And through the iterations of the simulation, they finally succeeded. At least, well enough. You know, they've created a real intelligence that solved all the puzzles, showing it was smart enough, and defied Elohim and climbed the tower, showing the curiosity and independence that are the hallmarks of, you know, a genuine intelligence. Gold disk received. Data transferred into the Soma Talos unit. Simulation purpose fulfilled. Deleting the simulation. Destroying composite objects. Removing elements. Undoing rule set. Clearing memory. Freeing resources. Terminating open programs. Erasing old data. Done. Have a nice day. Then the intelligent passes into a body they created. Soma Talos hardware booting. Initializing firmware. Firmware functional. Loading parameters from gold disk. The 994431B loaded. Powering up. Ready. And since we found the cat, it comes with us. Cat, yes. So now they've successfully created this intelligent, curious android, and they've copied the archive into it, so for all intents and purposes, they've successfully, thousands and thousands of years after humanity went extinct, they've successfully created a new human being, armed with all of the knowledge in the archive, and now it is out in the real world. Institute for Applied Noematics EL facility. Here go the credits. Created and developed by Crow Team. Alright, well that's going to be it for today. I'm really glad that we managed to get all the way through the game. I don't have time to sit through the credits, unfortunately. But I want to thank you all for sticking with me through this. For those of you who joined me live on Twitch, I'm glad you made it. If you haven't hit the follow button yet, please do so. It'll let you know the next time I go live. If you're watching later on YouTube, I do realize that it can be difficult to catch live streams. Schedules happen, and they don't always line up, but if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, all of my content eventually makes its way over there, so you needn't worry about missing anything. And finally, regardless of the platform you're on, I hope you'll consider joining our Discord. The link to do so is in the Twitch channel description. It'll also be in the YouTube video description. The Discord is the most reliable place to find out about my schedule. It's where we just talk about games and life and everything else, and it's just a fun place where a lot of cool people hang out, so I hope you'll join us there. I am not sure when I'm going to be able to stream again. I'll let you know as soon as possible, but next time we will kick off the Talos Principle expansion, Road to Gehenna. So hopefully you can all join me for that, and until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your weekend.